Hey everybody,
No.
I'm Justin Eidinger, and I'm going to be your dungeon master tonight for this hard R-rated campaign in my homebrew world of Pernault. Before we go any further, I want to make sure to introduce the 5 PCs tonight. We're going to get things kicked off in alphabetical order with Casey. However, everybody leveled up last week, so just give us the Cliffs Notes of what you guys got. And chat, let us know if you want more or less a detailed version in the future. And with that, Casey, it's off to you.
Woot woot. My name's Casey Boyd. I'm playing Byron, your silver-tongued bard. I did hit level 2, so now I'm the master of jacking all trades, and I have the ability to sing a song of rest and give everybody 1 extra hit die whenever they're resting. CJ?
Hey guys, I'm CJ. I play Sikorsky the Owl. As you can tell, I'm in the owl costume.
Yeah.
Since
Wait.
I hit what?
Wait, thought you were sore.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm sore.
That's the wrong name.
Oh no, character background.
We don't even know what game this is anymore.
So I
start
play
over.
Soar, the owl folk, wild sorcerer. Since I hit level 2, I am able to, basically get spell slots back, just to put it that way. But yeah, that's me.
Hello, I'm Emily. I'm playing Clem, your warlock slash badass blacksmith. And I finally got my first Eldritch invocations, aka cantrips and power-ups. Wahaha! And it took me forever to narrow it down to the 2 that I wanted. I will say that.
Did we get a little spoiler of what those 2 are?
Sure. I went for Mask of Many Faces so I can cast Disguise Self and Agonizing Blast to make my Eldritch Blast have a little more kablam.
I can't wait for you to destroy everything with your
Also-
sound power.
Can we make it canonical that you have to say kablam every time you do Eldritch Blast?
I will try to remember.
you're
Is
here.
that what we want to settle on, though? Do we want to pick that or a different? Because I could come up with some.
Play with it. Yeah, I said play with
Yeah,
it a little bit.
let's
Find what really
see.
speaks to you.
Like, if you want weird, I feel like I can do weirder than kablam, to be honest. But
Well, hello, my
It
name
just
is
has
Lisa.
to keep getting weirder every time. Sorry.
Hello, my name is Lisa. I will be playing Nyx, the reborn cleric, who, although she is dead, does not often smell like it. And I recently leveled up to level 2, which gives me the ability to channel divinity, which I promise to never use responsibly. Rob?
All right. I'm Rob. I'm playing Casper. And I leveled up, and I'm a paladin, so I get to smite people now. That would have come in handy last session. I think it's going to come in handy this session. And I can do a few other things, mostly keeping people alive, being a bit more beefy.
as if you weren't beefy enough already.
I know.
We
It
were
only
all
gets
level
better.
1, and nobody beefy enough at level 1.
All right. So I know most of you probably been here before, but if you didn't get a chance to see us before, we are playing 5e, D&D 5e. We got a couple homebrew rules that are mixed into there. We're using D&D Beyond, so if you scroll over the left side of your screen on Twitch, you should be able to see some cool little things about our characters. Lastly, in the center, we have Tailspire, which is super awesome. We're not affiliated with them, but it's a great way to play your tabletop games when you're not in the same room. Does anybody have any questions before I go into recap?
No questions. Just wanted to double shout out Tailspire because we talk about it at the beginning, but you're the only one who gives it accolades, and truly choice system for anyone interested.
Yeah. So let's see here. Last time, the group worked their way through a zombie-filled sewer system and into an abandoned mine. It's in that mine that they discovered that Chet and Steve's group had been ripped apart by zombies. They found their way, find out they were being watched by, I guess, a fantasy drone, which the group shot out and Soar nimbly grabbed and pocketed. The group also found out that I rolled terribly as I only damaged one person, and that was when she fell off a cliff. The group finished up the evening learning that there was a fancy ghoul that was controlling the zombies in the room that they were in. let's see what else. Last week, we gave out inspiration to Legendary Wifey for a sweet, sweet pun. So, as a reminder, Legendary Wifey, you can use that to give me disadvantage or advantage, and you can also give advantage to the players. And I'm gonna have Casey. It's gonna fall on you, but I'm sure you guys can figure out as a group who gets inspiration for next week.
I'll do my best. I promise to not award that responsibly either.
All right. I would ask that you give it to me. I would like to give me inspiration.
That's what I was just gonna do is ask.
He
for
really
it.
needs it for the next DM saving throw.
Womp womp. That's it. Take away
I
all
speak Cedric all
inspiration
the
that you
time.
I
have.
said the thing.
Not allowed anymore. And
Negative
inspiration.
inspiration.
I never show up to the games again. You're just like, so anyway, we had to remove one of our players for inappropriate puns.
Yeah. I think
Like,
it's
I would be
actually
the one
against
removed for
Twitch's codes of conduct. So, all right. So you guys are going to start out. You just murdered a ghoul. There are a couple zombies all around. I have all my music turned down, but if it's not, give me some sweet, sweet end of battle music.
May I
Um,
immediately ask a question,
I guess.
please? So
Okay.
we killed this ghoul, yet the
Yes.
zombies are still alive, so to speak, and attacking us, correct?
The zombies are still there, and they are doing zombie things. But since you asked a question, I'll let you roll a perception.
Okay. Sure. That's a whopping 9.
Off to a
So
great start. All right.
you, I'm okay if you guys do the bad rolling this week. I could use some good rolls. So with a 9, you can't be 100% certain, but these zombies do not look nearly as organized as they did before.
Okay.
Okay, I knew there had to be some good to come out of killing that ghoul.
So now they're not sure where the dinner bell's
Families.
ringing.
Working.
They are not.
Okay.
Do they
Are
still
they all
seem
still paying attention? Yeah. Do they like give a shit about us anymore?
aggressive or
So
anything?
there are 3 that are in front of you that you guys can see. They're generally being zombies, like they want to try to get a bite of you. But Soar, from where you're at, you could notice that the zombies underneath you have become less aggressive and more meandering.
I'm still stealth, correct?
You are,
Up and
yeah, sure.
Flying in the air.
I believe you rolled like a 695 for stealth.
Yes, that's an actual number.
Yep.
So we're in initiative. We're attacking them still.
So, yep, and I don't remember. I think it was Clem was first. But we can roll initiative real quick again. This will be here. I'm just going to pick initiative. It is going to be Clem, Byron, Soar, and this is what I think it was last week. Jasper, and then Nyx. So, Clem, you are up, and there is a zombie right in front of you.
Least favorite to favorite order, I see. Good.
Wait, we're right in front of me.
There's 3 right there.
Sorry, that's right. That's right. I forgot. You're over on a rock.
I
You're over
damaged
on a rock.
myself falling over the room.
You're
Yep.
the only person who got hurt last game, and it was because you jumped over the thing.
Yep.
What
So
can I
it-
say? Clem is chaotic.
It is not right in front of you. They are over in front of the rest of Casper and Nyx. And
I'm
Byron.
going to go for this zombie that to me is to the left of Nyx.
Okay.
This little boy. I'm gonna go with my that dude with my classic Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's a 22 to hit.
Okay. Yeah. You hit it, and it explodes everywhere.
Boom.
I don't even need to roll damage.
Nope.
These are the
These
lower
are-
ones.
Yep. This is. You wouldn't even need to roll to see this. These are all the ones that were exploding on one hit versus the other zombies that you faced farther down the cave. that they had a decent amount of hit points.
Got it.
So
got
let's
it, got
just
it.
mow through these real quick.
Okay,
Mhm.
well then that is my entire turn.
Okay. And then Byron, it's your turn.
I'm going to shoot and try, since I'm directly behind them, I'm going to try and shoot through one's like heart and try and hit the one behind it in the head if I can with my crossbow.
Okay, I like it.
This drastic, does not actually work type thing. I got to get my screen back up. So I rolled a 17
That hits.
for 8
And
damage.
These things are really decaying. It goes right through the first zombie and through the second zombie, and you have now killed 2 more zombies.
I look over at Clem and I just say, see, that's how you do it. You don't just take out one, you do multiples at the same time. It's quicker.
So let's see here. Soar is going to be your turn.
Soar is going to fly down in front of these other zombies and then cast, since he's away from the whole party, Burning Hands, level 1.
Okay.
DC Dex save of 13.
1, 2.
And as he puts his wings together, you see
That's a fail. Both of them failed.
12 points of damage.
Okay. So tell me how you turn these guys into a crisp.
Thor kind of flies down and he lands on the ground and he claps his wings together, and you see a 15-foot cone of fire shoot out between them, burning the zombies to a crisp.
Nice. And that
Means I got to roll. One sec. I have to roll for the very first time my Wild Magic Surge table.
Oh,
Oh, whoops. That's the wrong one. That's a 12, so I'm good.
okay. Whew. All right, so you guys are now out of combat. You have killed all the things that are down here.
Yay!
Woo-hoo!
Like that. Easy peasy.
Just like that. Yep.
Do I see these ones or no?
That'll have some flavor here in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so Byron will just take an opportunity to loot as we move up into the area. Did it seem like there was only one that actually had a brain? All the rest of them just seemed hungry.
Saying that it had a brain is a little bit of a bold assumption, considering that it didn't do too much. The rest of them, though, at least they seemed a little bit nicer than the prior ones we fought. Cinnamon, what does that bring our total to?
74. Oh wait, 74. Sorry, I forgot who she was again. I apologize.
That sounds accurate. Nyx is going to be a little smarter this time around and kind of hug the walls as to not stand right in the middle of open fucking space and stir up a bunch of zombies.
Okay.
Like someone did last time.
Byron will loot the main zombie that seemed to have control. See if he can't find anything on that one.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
Okay. 5.
Ugh.
Byron kind of like steps on
You're-
the head as he was walking towards.
Is that where that was?
So you step down and you hear a crunching noise, and the head just dissolves under your boot. Upon further investigation of this ghoul, you're probably not too familiar with ghouls, but this is what you would imagine when you've read about them in books in the past.
He's rather ghoulish, so to speak.
So
You're not wrong. Yeah. Is this an entirely dark room?
Well,
yes,
I've got
this is
oil lamp and torches with Clem and I.
Okay.
so. As you guys are moving, there are steps over to your left on the other side of those rocks. And to the right, there is a mine shaft that seems that it has been stopped. Like they just decided this is where the end of it's going to be. And as you're walking, Clem, you hear Hello, young lady. Do
Does
you
anyone
know
hear-
who? Do you know who this is?
Does anyone else hear this?
Does anyone else hear a voice?
Nope. Nobody else hears a voice.
She definitely says that out loud.
No.
Anyone?
No.
Anyone hear?
Nobody can hear me right now. It's just me.
Clem, are you feeling okay?
Casper whirls around with his shield and sword ready.
Nah, I must
it's,
have just heard something.
No, I'm here. It's your good buddy Zergaz. You might not remember, but when you were younger, you signed a pact with me that, it's time to come due. So, it appears that your powers have increased to a point where, I can now complete the contract. Are you excited? I'm excited.
What the fuck is happening right now?
Nix
Do
is
you-
kind of turned around, looking at her a little bit quizzically. Like, do you need help, Clem?
She's just gonna like wave her off and just be kind of like very confused.
So
Walk up to Byron.
I was gonna say, if she like thinks out loud, will he hear her without her speaking out loud and freaking everyone else out?
I don't know. Maybe give it a try instead of saying that. I'm a people too.
Nyx is going to think to herself, "Who the f are you?"
I apologize. I thought I introduced myself. I'm Zergaz. That is Xurgaz for those of you who want to know how it's spelled.
Thank you.
I sometimes have to explain how my name is spelled because, it has a foreign lisp to it. So anyway, about this pact, do you have any questions? You want to get this going, or what do you want to do?
Only a million questions.
I'll give you 4.
What are the terms of the pact?
Well, you signed up. I'm gonna ask you to do a favor now and again. It's gonna be quid pro quo, if you know what I mean.
And how old was I when I agreed to this?
Oh, you were old enough. Binding contract and all that. It was 7, 8, maybe.
And what kind of things will you be asking me to do?
Oh, just don't worry about it. This is just gonna be the greatest contract ever. I'm gonna get kind of screwed over, and you're gonna get magical powers. I mean, you like the stuff that you already had. I saw you kablamming or whatever your phrase is over there. But now you got some cooler stuff.
So you're the reason that I have these powers.
And he's like, bingo.
This sounds like Rick and Morty.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's lovely.
That's a word for it. Yeah.
So
And your
while
name
all
was
of
the
this is happening,
xylophone, right?
while all of this is happening between you guys, I'm over here. Nyx, as she approaches Byron, I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Seriously, I invited her to a party because she's been uptight. I thought maybe this would loosen her up, and now she's in a cave talking to herself. Honestly, I pick the crazy ones a lot. I really don't know.
I'm gonna hear that and flick around and be like, I'm not crazy.
Well, you're
I mean,
not
we
Sure,
could-
honey.
acting
Whatever.
sane.
Do you want me to help you kill him?
I'd rather not. He's a friend of mine.
Okay, but just remember.
I'm nodding along.
Just remember, I'm here for you. This is your contract, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
It'll never come back to bite you in the butt. Never.
Yeah.
I would like
Okay.
to approach Clem and kind of start poking at her a little bit and see if I can like peel back her eyeballs and kind of like, it's like, are your eyes yeah, just sort of doing a little kind of general like, do you have a fever? Are your eyes dilating significantly? Are they?
Give me a
I have
medicine
no idea
check.
if Clem allows this to happen, but just be like, you're acting very strange.
I think she's
19.
both like flinching, but also very wrapped up in this weird conversation.
Did you die without us noticing? You seem very much alive still. She's kind of like pinching your arms up and down. See
Ow!
Clem, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Clem.
can hear you.
Excellent. You were talking to
she's-
someone.
She's not very bright, is she?
Clem.
I was gonna like
Clem.
bat at the air as if she's pushing someone away.
I'm not here.
I'm going to turn back
I'm-
to everyone else. I don't know what's happening, and I thought that she might have died, but she seems very much alive still. So if anyone can explain this,
Could she be
it
possessed?
just hurts. There's a very good chance that is the case, yes.
Can I
No,
make
I'm fine.
Can I make a paladin check to see?
Yes, please.
You recognize this at all?
Please
you
give me
sense
a
evil?
roll for paladin.
Can I get a
I don't know what that skill is, but whatever your modifier is for paladin.
Can I get a
Sure, give me a
definition
religion check.
of a paladin check that I've
I
never-
agree with-
a 5.
I would just like to say I agree with Hot Breadstick. I like this xylophone guy too. He seems great. So great.
Oh, are we giving each other nicknames?
Wow,
Is that what's
friendship
happening?
is really progressing.
Sure.
All right,
Sure,
I'll be
why not?
xylophone and you be we're gonna call you Flappy because you only got one arm.
Love that. Thank you. So complimentary.
I don't know that you can say that, man.
Sorry, I'm a thing.
In her,
I don't know.
in her head, she's gonna be like, let's skip the nicknames for now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Clem, did you happen to eat anything out of one of the pouches on my belt? Because there are some things in there that might be causing these side effects. I'm just...
So Clem is just gonna try to like shake off this weird voice in her head, and she's like, no, it's fine. I must have just heard something, but it's fine.
Okay, well,
Jasper,
It's fine. I'm fine.
should
verify
we
her?
get out of the dank cave with all of the walking dead? That's my
Yes.
thought.
Please.
Hmm. Speaking of Walking Dead,
Hmm.
what's that over there?
Are you ready for this? Because I'm ready to let things progress. You ready? You ready for this contract get signed?
I mean, I
Good.
guess.
And you feel an itching on your wrist, and then there is a searing pain. And just as quick as it happened, it's gone. And you now have a little branded X right on around your wrist, and it's got like lots of like loops and flourishes.
Does this X look familiar to me at all?
It should. Give me, no, you would know this. As you see it, all of a sudden you flash back to you doing blacksmith work over the last couple years, and you've noticed that maybe inadvertently, maybe not, you've been creating this X in your armor all along.
Hmm.
Like a weird
Curious.
pattern. Kind of like unconsciously
Subliminal
creating it.
messaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's been in my subconscious all along.
He's what gives you your talent.
Since Clem knows that she's helped Casper with some of the armor and weapons that outfits his group of which is escaping, what I would call them is escaping my brain right now. She's gonna try to like creep up behind him and like find it on like the armor and like try and compare it to what's on her wrist.
I was actually gonna ask, did you build a bunch of the Templar's armors with the sign of the beast? What a twist!
I don't know. It was out of my
Oh,
control
man.
if I did.
So Clem, if you look on his armor, you do find on the right shoulder blade, you have etched in this little flourishy X. It doesn't look exactly like what you have on your wrist, but it's pretty damn close.
If you've
Okay.
consigned me to your fate, I will be a little.
Hey, you
I
don't
don't
know
know if I'll
about
be
any of
understanding.
this.
I don't.
You don't
at
know
all.
about any of this.
You
this
see,
could, this
you
could mean nothing.
You see Casper like looking forward towards, I guess, where Sor is pointing with his wing. And he's getting really serious. He's hunched over a little bit with his sword and shield, ready for action. You're just kind of like looking over on his shoulder.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what's happening.
Okay.
We should stay
Okay.
close. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of put an arm around Clem, and seeing that she's still kind of in a state, just start guiding her along the wall. And
Okay.
speaking to the rest of the group, just we should try to make it out of here as quickly as possible. Sor, what do you see?
I see 3 zombies in a corner. They look to be staring at a wall. And I'm gonna stealth up closer.
So
yeah.
you don't have to worry about stealthing up. So as you get closer, what you can see here is these zombies appear to have either been going up or down the steps when the steps started to collapse. It's not complete collapse. You could still get up if you needed to. I just didn't have that capability in Tailspire. But they have been crushed under the weight of that little bit of steps. And there are arms like kind of reaching out and trying to get out, but they are clearly not going to be an issue for you.
Byron just walks over and pokes him with his sword and is like, "We got some more! Yay!"
Ah!
Is there a
And
short
over
sword?
Over top of your head, a little bit more XP grows up. They do not have any weapons. No.
Okay.
All right, can we just make it up the?
Yep.
Oh, is there any?
Is it broken? Is that canon?
Yeah, it looks like it's broken.
It's broken, but it's not. There's enough room for you guys to be able to get up there. It would be a kind of a rough climb up there, but I'm not gonna make you roll to fall because it wouldn't be that far down, right? So
we can have
you guys
Sor
make it
carry
up
up
to
a
the top.
rope.
You could do that too.
I decide to fly up since I'm an owl.
Wait, are we just getting up there?
I don't take
Oh, I
stairs.
see what's happening.
So you guys make it up into the next room, and you can see that here there is another set of steps. This one seems to be built a little bit better, and it's leading up to another floor.
Does it?
Just to
Sorry, go ahead.
Nope. What you got?
I was gonna ask, does it look like it's built into the stone? I know I can't remember if we talked about this last time. Does it look like the stairs are built into the stone, or does it look like it's man-made? Does it look more
This is-
advanced than the stair we walked up? Part of the mine
This is
shaft?
a man-made thing.
Okay.
This looks like where the other steps fell apart. This looks like it was done a little bit better. Where the previous set of stairs, they were a little bit more hastily put together, and that's probably why they fell apart. Craftsmanship here is a little bit better.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the group and say I'm inclined to say we just keep moving up.
I agree. Stay behind me.
Don't have to tell
Okay.
me twice.
I
I freaking
fly
love Casper.
above you.
Thank you.
As Casper is walking ahead of them, Byron will prestidigitate his armor and clean the sewage scent off.
Oh, thank you. I think you've already done that. No, you have. You pointedly did
Nope.
not do that last time, actually. Well, thanks. I appreciate your change of heart.
He wouldn't even. He would try and do it stealthily and not take credit for it if he did notice.
Okay, fair enough.
So, what do we see on this new level?
Yep.
Before we
So
explore
this-
the map, not knowing what we see.
Nope, this appears to be another section of mine. You would imagine this is kind of like a staging area, so they would bring stuff up to this area, unload it, and get ready to go someplace else with it. Can you guys give me a perception check?
21.
Okay.
He's got it, but
7.
I got the high
That
of
would
a hawk.
be a natural 1 plus 0.
natural 1 plus 4 for a 5.
Wow.
What the fuck?
All right. So, Clem, you're super confused about the person in your head. Everybody else is confused about Clem, but Soar
We're keeping us together.
gives zero fucks, and what he can hear is down this hallway to your guys north. If you go down that hallway, you hear the groans of zombies, and you're seeing flashing lights, like a light blue flashing light down the hallway.
I don't know of any zombies that glow blue. We might be in for something different. Are these mushrooms all around me meant to be floating?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No,
These floating ass mushrooms.
Everybody else
there was a
Lion.
What did you eat, Clem?
not
Maybe
to
it's
break
a witch's circle or something.
the fourth wall, but there was a giant tree here from whoever made this map, and I tried to delete it, but apparently I missed some floating mushrooms.
It's more flavor. It's okay.
As we're walking
Are
by,
the mushrooms
Byron just comments.
canon?
It's just amazing. Donover's Hole just has such magic that is just entranced throughout the entire city. I really enjoy it.
Okay,
I'm
Boomer.
taking some magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is
Do the
the,
mushrooms, are they edible? Like, do they
Give
look
me a nature
poisonous?
check.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, please don't.
Here we go.
21.
A 14. At least one of us did better.
So both of you see that these are all edible varieties of mushrooms.
Hell yeah.
Do they like do anything
There is
special?
no, there is one of the mushrooms is called the purple helmet, and the other one is called Eldar's fingers.
God.
Are they worth anything?
You better write that one down.
Nope, I will write them both down right now.
Yes, I would like some
You guys-
Eldar's fingers, please.
Is there any chance that this is like, this one is it's a delicacy to
This purple helmet mushroom seems to be oddly oozy.
Yeah, it's actually super phallic. Like it's real tall and thin, and it's
I don't want it.
the top of it goes.
I don't want it.
The top of it goes like this. It's got a little indentation in the middle.
Forward to death, please.
Clem is
So
gonna
if you were-
grab a couple of mushrooms on the way.
You get like 30 silver worth of mushrooms that you could sell somewhere.
Yes.
Wow, nice.
Let me
30
put
silver,
that
wow.
in my pocket. This is what happens
Someone-
when you hoard in D&D, you guys. Like, it pays
So-
off.
Someone who's more stealthy than me, do you want to go look up ahead and see what you see?
Okay, fine.
Oh. Okay. Go for it, Byron. I'm clearly not the stealthy one of the group.
Maybe leave your lantern with us, though.
Oh, right. I can't see anything.
Almost
Well,
broke
so
the lantern.
there are some wow.
Imagine him walking forward with his lantern. I'm stealthy.
There's also there's some lanterns at the end of the hallway, and there is some blue light coming from the end.
Okay, then I will hand my lantern to Nyx and say, "Hold on to this for me. I'll take my shot, and I will try to stealth ahead to try to get an idea of what I see."
Good luck.
What did you
Oh
get?
my gosh.
A 12.
Pretty good.
Okay, so you are going down this hall, and as you're walking, you can hear your heart beating in your chest, but you also crunch a little bit louder on the gravel that you thought you would. But you make it down, and nobody jumps out and tries to kill you. As you do get closer, you are hearing more and more zombies. When you get to the end, the room opens up, and this looks like a makeshift laboratory. You see a mixture of science equipment and magic stuff scattered around the room. You also see one of those ghouls. It has been chained to the wall, and it is not moving. The floor below the ghoul is covered in blood, and as you get closer, you can see that it has been cut apart, and there are needles stuck into different muscle groups of the zombie. You also see that where this one was chained up, there are 3 other sets of chains. To the left of them is also a giant. I'm sorry, to the right of them, there's also a giant set. It's almost like a nest full of straw. And to the left of that guy is a locked room, and inside that room is just packed shoulder to shoulder with zombies.
Ooh.
Is it
Interesting.
like iron bars? Like how can we see through it?
Yep. So it's just like a prison cell. But they're all facing the other way, like facing away from you guys. So their backs are to you, but they're all standing there doing their zombie shuffle, like back and forth. Like if you've ever seen the I guess it was the '90s classic movie Super Mario Brothers, where the Koopa Troopers or Goombas or whatever, they were in the elevator. Anyway, that's what they're doing. So I
You
apologize for dating myself.
Said zombie shuffle, and I imagined them all just like doing a line dance in sync.
They're doing Thriller inside the cage right now. They're just
They are. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Thriller. Yeah.
I mean, if they're in there having a party, it seems like the kind of thing that we should be trying to get into.
Or destroying.
Byron looks and
Check on
says,
your party.
"This grotesque workshop, Nix, this is like a funhouse for you, right?"
Do I see this? Are we all up there?
I thought only Byron.
I don't know. Did you guys?
Oh, well, I mean,
'Cause
at
he's
this,
stealth
yeah. So
ahead.
Byron will then walk back and communicate this to it and just say, terrible, awful workshop, chained up, dead. Looks like they've been experimenting on them. They've been poking things into their muscles. Looks like they're trying to improve them in some way. So, my thought is we kill whatever's chained up to the wall, and then we attract the others through the cage with fresh blood. Maybe the scent of them will cause them to come near the cage, and we just keep stabbing them through the cage until they all pass away.
We want
Thoughts?
to set the new record. I agree.
Is,
I concur. Here,
is
here.
that what you guys are trying to do?
Well, I'm asking the group.
Mom?
Casper is gonna take out his two-handed sword and go up to the creature and just give it a big overhanded.
So as he walks down the
What is
hallway, the rest of us
happening?
are just gonna kind of follow back behind him. Okay.
So you were cutting the ghoul in half.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cut the ghoul in half, Casper.
Doesn't it have to
and-
be in half? It could
Nope,
be in three
it's-
parts. Or four.
So it's on brand.
Chopped up.
It's on brand. You cut it directly in half. You actually cut it directly in half. It's perfectly symmetrical on both sides as it flops over. But it is 100% dead. You guys gonna kill the zombies that are in there in that other room?
I'd look back at Cinnamon and see if she takes a token from one pocket and puts it in another.
That doesn't. I think you said it was 72. She has to go to 75 to put a token in the other pocket.
Dang it.
Yeah. So we can just start stabbing through the cage, and he can wait and to see.
I would like to look around before we immediately kill these zombies and see if we can find out what the deal is here.
So give me a perception check.
Byron leans in. Look quickly. I don't think the big green one is going to hesitate. I think he wants to rid this cage.
14.
I got a
Okay.
nat 20 on perception.
The two of you, as the other guys are over there, and you just hear montage music as they're just randomly killing these zombies in different, more horrific ways. You two you're standing around looking at stuff, and you find a book. And does anybody speak Draconic?
I do.
Okay.
Clement's
So,
gonna be like, does anyone recognize this language?
It appears to be draconic.
So, Byron, as you were looking through this, it is clearly written by a crazy person. You see things like, I love testing on gnolls and freeing his brethren from those stinking dwarves. Also, it says, he's dropped me off another batch of the superior zombies and ghouls I must be able to recreate. In all of this is diagrams that appear to have been drawn in blood of gruesome experiments on different types of creatures, right? So this is showing, it's showing different tests that have been happening. As you're showing it to Nyx, she could see that some of this is, for lack of a better word, the zombification process. So it's different testings of the zombification, and all of them in the corner is an X, not like an X on Clem's wrist, but an X as in like, no, this didn't work.
I'll turn to the group.
Familiar to Nyx?
If you've done experiments before, I mean, you couldn't carry this out to get money. But if you would go back and forth a couple times and sell it, it'd probably be worth, 50 gold.
No. I mean, like.
Yeah, no, I'm getting to the fact that, like, you would know that this type of equipment is used in necromancy.
Okay.
So if I didn't answer your question, continue.
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought
No.
Is anybody helping me murder these zombies, or is Casper just going at it by himself?
So Byron would have stabbed.
Well, Byron was, but then we pulled him away for this.
Yeah, Byron would have stabbed a couple. He would have came over, kind of thumbed through the book, and then kind of looked at you guys and just said, it lacks penmanship. And honestly, I think we probably would have received more witty banter than, well, those things that Casper's killing. He seems a bit unintelligible, but he's just kind of flipping through the pages. He's like, I mean, Nyx, this should be right up your alley. He's discussing lots of different...
She's absolutely reading over your shoulder. She's like as snug as possible, trying to like look at all the photos as you're flipping through it.
Yeah, so he just starts...
and just like, what does that bit say?
Yeah, he would read passages to her and just say, he seems a bit rudimentary for the most part. Clearly not the top brass. It appears that someone else is using him for the experimentation sort, so I'm guessing that he's hoping someone else gets lucky.
While they're doing this, Clem would have continued on to further investigate what else is around, because Emily, her player, believes she heard the phrase magic items come out of your mouth when we walked up into this joint.
It's not those type of magic items. It's
Come on, man.
Think of test tubes and beakers, but specifically made for magic.
She would still be exploring though to see what else there is, just to.
Okay, and
Workman's area.
While you guys can't get all of the heavier equipment out, if you wanted to be careful, you could probably get about 10 gold worth of like beakers and shit.
I assume Casper's probably done around.
Oh yeah, you are just covered in gore again. All of the hard work of Byron's prestidigitation is gone. You are covered in like a just a green ick from all of the stabbing that you've done.
So did you find anything else? Any papers or work?
It's incredible. Nyx would snatch the book and start like holding it up to Casper and pointing out the various parts. You can see that they use the process to make partial zombification process, and you can see that reflected in the ones that they have down here. The ghouls were in a higher state of development, but it seems like most of the ones that were in the cage were made early on. But why somebody would be down here trying to create new zombies, I've got no idea, unless it was for the hunt itself. Locally sourced zombies are better than imported, I guess?
Where's Cinnamon during all of this?
Oh, hey there, it's me. I'm back here hiding in the corner.
I was like 20 zombies over there, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie. You're up to 100. She looks at you when she says it, and she winks.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we are. You're right. You're so right.
Well, this has been fun. And he kind of looks over and kind of takes in Casper's visage and just says, "Oh, just no," and just kind of cleans him up. And he says, "You're so much more pretty whenever you're clean. This is not a good look for you guys."
Thanks. We should destroy this place.
Can we get any idea of who was down here? Who wrote the book? Are there any personal signs? Yeah, who?
So Byron postulates that it was the kobold riding the scorpion that maybe was the one writing in the book.
Yeah, that guy seemed like a dick. He didn't really seem like a...
He was an enemy of undead.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, master of my undead enemies. To be fair, the zombies that are chained up with needles poked in them and shoved into a cage don't exactly seem to be friends of whoever it is that made them.
Wait, if he was master of my undead enemies, though, that means he's still master of them, even though they're his enemies.
He's saying that he was the master over us.
What?
That's not the sense I got
Are
from it.
you undead?
No, of his undead enemies.
Or not dead.
No, of my... Okay. I don't know. I don't remember
He
that,
gets it.
I guess.
Regardless,
I'm just laughing at
this is written. This book is written in Draconic.
Well, he was pretty
Uh-huh.
small. He was a kobold, right? I mean, yeah, it's written in Draconic. Is stuff like kobold sized? Like, are all the torture tables like low to the ground?
Are there
question.
stools for someone to stand on?
You look in the very back of the book, and it says "Property of Gorbox."
Wait, really?
The episode in which Justin gets tired of us speculating. on
He's like,
the
enough with
book.
this shit, guys.
Does
Come
it,
on.
does it actually say that?
My mind is
Huh?
so
Does it-
powerful sometimes.
Does it actually say that?
Yep. It's in like almost children's handwriting.
Oh my
I knew
god.
I liked that guy.
Interesting.
The spellbook property of Gorbox.
So, Sor,
Yes.
can I get a perception check from you?
That is going to be a natural 1.
Plus 2.
It doesn't matter, it's a natural 1.
Well, no, it's a big bag of bug shit. You don't know anything. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah. That's great, man.
I'm sorry.
That's great.
But your costume's awesome.
I bet the DC check was 2 also.
It was. What was yours? It was 1 more than that.
Mr.
Thanks,
DM.
man. Scott
Oh,
Wings.
no, hang
would
on.
my-
The chat has used inspiration to ask for a reroll from Soar.
Oh,
Yo.
Thor! Chat has taken pity on you.
Oh,
Thank you, legendary wifey.
Goodness.
You're gonna be
Thank
so
you.
mad.
legendary wifey.
Bless. That was a
17.
good call.
17. All right, legendary wifey. Here is your inspiration. Soar, you feel cool air coming from up above you, almost like there's a way out that way.
Oh, that actually is helpful.
I fly up. As I say, I feel cold air up there.
So, as you head up to where the next level is, you see a set of stairs, or not stairs, a ladder leading up about 50 feet into the air.
Ooh. A ladder just like dangling in midair?
Like it's going up to something. But from where he's at, he can't see.
So Mr. DM, so my religious chapter, would they be interested in any of this information on,
So-
necromancy and stuff like that?
You could go back and let them know that you have found essentially an area that they need to investigate more, right? Like you could essentially go back and take this to them for brownie points.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Would they, and you might not know this, but would they want me to keep it intact or destroy it? Is it like, you see heretical stuff and you just go ape on it, or?
I'm gonna let you make that decision.
Okay.
Do you think that your sect would burn this down, or would they keep it for educational purposes?
I definitely think they would destroy it. Yeah.
Okay, then that's exactly what would happen.
Okay. Cool. Then that is what Casper suggests we do.
Wait,
You
should
suggest
we
that we
destroy
take it
that
back
way?
to your chapter.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused on.
No, destroy the lab so it's unusable.
Oh,
Although I
no,
think
we're-
they'd be interested.
I think
the
we
book.
should just take this off piecemeal, sell it for item. I mean, this is money, friend. We could sell these off to, this right here. I'm pretty sure I've seen used in maybe an alchemic store. I don't know what this piece is, but I mean,
Parts of it, sure. The smaller things that we can carry out, I don't see harm in taking and selling, but Casper is right. There are machines down here that shouldn't have use. You can see she's got a little crease forming in between her eyebrows as she's exploring the equipment a bit further.
fair
It'd
enough.
be easy enough to destroy it.
Byron will try to take as many of the most valuable objects that he can find.
Yep. I think we already classified that as 10 gold's worth.
Okay.
Just don't fall, because they're glass and they might break.
He's loading it
Yeah.
up.
I'm gonna just
All
start
right.
pushing shit over.
Yep, start bashing. stuff with other
Yeah,
stuff.
just whatever these big, big zappy doos are.
So
trying to
there
knock it over.
is the same way there was a montage of Casper just killing stuff. Now it's a montage of you
Smashing
just pushing stuff over.
montage.
This is
Yeah.
like when you have, those like rage rooms that you can go in and just start
Mhm.
smashing
and start
stuff to
beating stuff,
entertain
yeah.
yourself. It's a rage
It-
room montage.
And it's almost exactly like in Office Space where they smash the fax machine or the printer or whatever it is. So
Soar.
Yes.
You might want to give the zombie pen a once over, in case anything was left inside of it.
Am I able to fly over the gate?
yeah, this is like a 8-foot gate, more or less just to keep them penned in. It's not to go the whole way to the ceiling.
I would like to perch myself on top of the gate and use my owl-like eyes to look into
Okay.
there.
Give me perception with advantage.
Ooh, okay, that's a 12.
Okay. So you see in the corner something shine a little bit.
He kind of like sits there, sort of on the perch, like standing still, like flapping his wings a little bit to keep balance, and he sees the object sparkle in the distance. Everything in here is dead, right?
You guys have killed everything.
Okay.
Casper has stabbed these things real good.
Casper.
Real good.
Sora's gonna
Yeah.
drop down, turn around, and open the gate.
Okay.
And then he's gonna sit. He's gonna tell. I assume Casper will be right there with me. He's gonna go ahead and tell Casper like, "There's something in the corner over here." As he walks over.
So you are just walking over these dead zombie bodies, and when you get to the corner, you find a wand.
Ooh.
Do I know
so
what
hard
it does?
to find a magical item.
It is it is wand size. I don't know, 8 to 12 inches. It's it is ornately
you-
carved. Oh, what was that?
Oh, nothing. Sorry.
Okay. It is ornately carved, and if you would show it to Nyx, it has necromantic symbols on it, and it is a wand of sapping sting, and that has 10 charges.
What does it do?
How do wands work? Do you have to be able to cast the spell? Do you
It-
have to is there like an arcane
we're gonna say they work exactly like a scroll. You can just use it.
I mean, all of us have arcane ability, so.
But so sapping string, just so you're aware, you sap the vitality of one creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d4 necrotic damage and fall prone.
It's yours.
That's an action.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
It has 10 charges.
10 charges.
Do they? I mean, I'll just add to my inventory and answer the questions that way. Do they recharge?
It does seem a little bit mean that Casper did literally all the work and went, hey,
But he-
just check it out if you will. And I'm
But he does get.
one
About magical items. Just because
He-
I'm not that type. It's peekers.
I mean, I'm sorry.
He does get inspiration though.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
I knew it.
it's
I knew
something.
it. Every RPG, there's always something in the back of one of the dead bodies.
Rob, I love that your cat wants to come and hang out every single game.
She wants me.
Every game.
She's not getting it.
I think she just wants attention. I think she knows that we're on camera and she's just like, I'm ready for my time. Look at her. Adorable.
Casper walks away when he sees that it's like a wand. He turns
that
and he
garbage?
walks away and says, "It's yours."
Sora would go to pick it up and kind of examine it a little bit. He knows a little bit about necromancy and a little bit about wand making since he comes from a forest.
Right.
But he would know that this is something that Nyx would be interested in. So he would walk over to Nyx and say, "Hey, I found this wand. I feel like it's something that you could use." And he would hand her the wand.
I would examine it. I don't know if there's anything notable about the symbols other than just, are they more crude, kind of tacky necromancy?
No, this is something that looks like it was done with a steadier hand than what you have seen with Gorebox, and it is just typical necromantic symbols on the outside.
It's well done. Actually, in shockingly good condition when you consider that it was in a room with a whole bunch of the undead, and that Gorebox doesn't seem the type to have carved this. Still, she pockets it. Thank you. The gesture is much appreciated.
Speaking
Why
of
don't you find
undead,
Of course.
this smell it's getting to be enough. Can we get the ladder down so that way we can get out of here?
Oh yeah, of
All
course.
eyes on Sor.
As Sora goes, whoosh, and flies straight up in the air.
So, you guys get to the ladder. Sora, if you go the whole way to the top, you see that there is a double door with handles on it that's over top of your head, almost like you would see for a storm cellar.
Can I just turn the handles?
You can try.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You go ahead and you turn the handles, and we're going to move to a different map.
Wait,
Yay!
wait.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Is the
Zombies
stuff, like,
everywhere.
up the stairs? Is that canon? Is there like stuff back there?
Oh, there's nothing up there that matters.
Oh,
It's
okay. Thank you,
it's just leading you to another area.
The episode in which we explore the map more than Justin wants us to.
Well,
You
we're
guys
never
are
coming
bitching.
back here, so.
Get me out of this map, and then I'm like, here's the exit, and you're like, we want to
Wait
stay.
a minute.
Hey, I wasn't done down there. What if there's a wand hidden in the corner?
I'm never searching for anything ever again. Ever.
Okay,
Alright, let's see here.
where to?
Summon to board. Boop.
Woo
Oh,
woo.
here we go.
All right, and let's see here.
Ooh.
Clem, you're the first on the board, and then Casper
Board, new.
and Nyx.
I just like boards where we're not in dark mode so we can see stuff.
Agreed.
And
There I am.
Thor. You guys are inside the house.
Yo, what's in this
And-
room?
Is it worth asking how did you just like drop a rope down for us?
It was
There's
a
a ladder.
ladder that
He
just
he knocked the retractable
fifty-
ladder down.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, okay.
No, I just opened it and was like, all right, guys, I'll see you at the top.
later, bitches. I got this magic.
Remember that
No,
time
we
I said I
never
was
saw
never
him
looking
again.
around ever again? I take that back.
Yes.
What's in this room we just ended up
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have to get back to my notes here for you guys.
Clem's like, no, you brought me to the board
Justin
first.
has
I
turned me into a needy bitch for magical items, okay?
So, as you guys come up into a cramped basement, you're hit with a smell of like rot. And as you guys get off the ladder and pile into the basement, you see that there are two doors. There is a door very close to you. There is a door on the opposite side of the room, and there is a set of steps going up. There are also gruesome artifacts everywhere. So let's get perception checks from everybody.
How
Wait.
gruesome.
Gruesome artifacts.
Oh,
What the hell?
Another
16.
14.
15.
13.
all right. So you guys all see that there are jars, and in these jars are dried hands of different species. In the one jar, there is a still beating heart in liquid. And who
Wait.
got the highest perception check?
I got an 18, if that works.
Look at you, Mr. Magic. You find a +1 bone dagger. It appears to have been
What?
used to the point of almost breaking. It's stained a dark color that can only be blood. So just mechanically speaking, if you roll a natural 1 with this weapon, it has been used so much that it would break.
Okay. What is this place?
Enjoy.
Can we circle back to the still beating heart? Still
Yeah,
beating heart
how?
as like
Important.
brand newly dead still beating heart, or still beating heart as like magically eternally beating? Either way, I would
Hmm.
like it.
Why don't you give me a little roll, either a medicine or an arcana?
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Oh my god, please be a magic heart.
Well, how much do I know with an 8?
You know that it's a
brilliant
heart.
8, though.
You know that it's a heart and it's still beating.
Okay,
You
I'm
would
gonna try to
imagine.
stealth it. I want to try to sneak it in my bag without anyone seeing it and hope that nobody raises
We've
an eyebrow.
all
Why?
seen it, lady. Oh, well, before, okay, well, you putting it in your bag, that's fine. But
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I can.
Can I make a roll
I'm
to see if
curious.
it's what kind of heart it is?
Sure, that would be
Oh,
a
good
medicine
point.
check.
I've seen a lot of hearts in my day.
You
An
broke
8.
it a lot.
I
An
bet
eight?
Byron's broken a lot.
You're not 100%
Also
sure.
an 8.
You know that this is a humanoid heart by the size, but
Oh.
you can't tell you can't tell the species or race or whatever we're gonna call them. But you can't tell because it's on the outside of the person, not on the inside.
Honestly, that would be pretty big brain if I could tell what race the heart belongs to. So I'd take that.
I don't. Maybe that's canon somewhere. That like dragonborn have hearts with 4 chambers or something, or they just have multiple.
Does your human heart not have 4 chambers?
No, I heard it as I was saying it. Yeah, no, I don't know why. I was thinking like a cow with 2 stomachs. I was like, 4 stomachs, 4 chambers. That'd be
This
a
is
lot.
now a medical podcast.
I have a
It is.
6 heart.
It
a
is.
6
It's-
caliber.
It's
I don't know, man. I
medical
heard it
advice.
as I was saying it.
Medical
Isn't
advice
it-
by people who shouldn't be giving it.
Isn't it an octopus that has 3 hearts? There you go.
Byron kind of
Oh, what
just
if they were,
flips
like-
through some stuff. He's looking for anything that might be of like notes or books. He's just kind of he finds this place distasteful and poorly decorated.
We should see if the owner is still home.
Yeah, Clem's gonna try and follow the bad smell.
We just broke into this man's house if this owner's still home.
No,
I
we
mean,
didn't break
technically,
in.
he
Breaking in
has-
indicates intention.
He has
So-
a
We just
necromantic lab in his
found that
basement.
thing.
I
Clem is-
think we can kill him.
Ignoring them and following her nose if possible.
Or maybe we hear out why he has a necromantic lab, and we go from there.
So with the
Wait.
with the 18 that you got, Casper. Sorry, what are you saying?
Oh, I was gonna do something to Clem.
Go ahead.
So if Clem is actually going to just start leaving the group, I'm not going to stop you. But Casper grabs your shoulder and says, "Wait here."
I
And
just want to see where the smell is coming from.
That's fine. Take this. And he his hand glows brightly for a moment before he finishes casting a spell that is protection from good and evil, or evil and good.
Ooh.
So there you go. I used it in, I don't know if that puts it anywhere, but should I read it? I guess. Basically, it gives from apparitions, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead, you get those creatures get disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Ooh.
Okay.
I was really considering it.
By them.
I was really considering doing it when you were talking to your act person. That'd be really fun if you fell into one of those categories. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, you are now protected.
And you hear as you're getting closer, you hear, hey, get his hands away from us. It's don't let him touch you. Fine.
My head go quiet for a minute.
No, I'm still here. I'm just a little upset.
Oh.
He's one of them holy types.
I feel so bad for oh God.
Byron
So
kind of
Clem's been possessed with an evil spirit.
Byron's
Love
looking
that for
around
her.
at the shelves and just says, "Seriously, we honestly think this is a good guy. He has a living, beating heart in a jar on a shelf. I mean, should we not be concerned about this? I say we rob him for everything that he's worth. If we find him, we stick a sword in him, and then we leave. We get the
No.
hell out of here."
No, we should hear him out first. We don't know why he's got this lab down here, but maybe he's got a good reason for it.
You
I mean-
are all assuming he's still alive.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm assuming that jar's a phylactery of some sort, and that's his heart. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be here.
Nyx tucks the heart behind her back.
So, Clem, for your clarification, the door that's farthest away, if you can see my light here, that is where the stink is coming from. This door over here, which I very poorly put against the wall, seems like it's probably a way out. And like I said, there's some steps leading up. You can see into another floor above you.
Clem's gonna follow her nose like a good dog.
Okay.
I didn't know we had a dog and an owl in the party, but okay.
I only dream of us having a dog in the party. There's one thing I'm gonna make happen during this campaign. It is a party pet. A party pet.
Is the door locked? Can we hear anything through it?
I don't know. Do you want to give me some sort of roll, or what are you doing?
No, I just want you to tell me.
Too bad.
Like if it's locked or not.
It's the wrong DM. I haven't had enough to drink to just tell you.
Well, I rolled a 6 on perception, so I don't think that I'm gonna make this work, y'all.
You think the door is ready to roll?
Clem's just gonna walk straight through it if it's
So
not
wait.
locked.
Soar, you got to open it. Who's opening it?
Oh, I accidentally clicked on the open.
I think
Clem is.
Clem is opening it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah!
You got protect from good and evil. You're fine.
Yeah.
You go and you open the door and you feel a prick in your hand. So I need you to give me a con saving throw.
Don't think I didn't see what you just did on the map, Justin.
What did I do?
I saw it.
I didn't do anything.
Things appeared. That would be a whopping 7 for my con saving
God.
throw.
Okay.
I'm rolling really great tonight.
We all are.
So you're going to take 4 points of poison damage, and you now have the poisoned condition. Kids, if you don't know what the poison condition is, it means that you now have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Yes? You get regular, or how was you saying? What's the
Oh,
waggly finger?
Sorry, I'm a paladin, so that won't be relevant in a moment. But,
Oh yeah, you're perfectly fine. You could have licked the needle.
Sorry. Sorry.
So
I didn't mean to
no, that's okay. So Clem, you have been poisoned, but before you,
Great.
there is a messy hallway. You're seeing all kinds of debris. There are bones, blood, gristle, all kinds of weird stuff that you might not even be able to identify.
Do I hear anything?
Did you roll a perception? You said you rolled for the door, but we'll let it roll over and say no.
No, I don't hear anything.
Nope. There is a door around the corner from where you're at. And as you turn that corner, you do see towards the end of the hall, there is an opening. It looks like something has ripped open the wall and either come in or out.
And Clem felt the prick, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So
you
she's just
you
gonna-
feel very, very sick right now. You feel a little queasy.
Okay, well then she will start to look visibly ill and be like, guys, there is definitely some weird shit going on over here.
You were just talking to yourself. I don't know if I trust you on this one.
And the other one's hiding a living heart in a jar behind her back. I'm standing behind you. I can see it.
She's gonna look Byron dead in the eye and be like, how long have we known each other?
About 5 years. Why?
Can you at least trust me when I tell you there's some weird shit going on over here?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure
fine.
you're
I
possessed right now. I
can
don't know
I
if
can
I would
step
trust
ahead.
much of anything.
Give me a moment, and I would like to try to investigate or perceive anything that we might hear.
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception if you're trying to hear, investigate if you're trying to investigate.
I'll do an 18 on perception.
So you can hear from within this door. You hear the door to your right. You hear some low zombie-esque growling.
Okay, I hear big handsome man. Come forward. Hey,
Me?
green guy.
That means
Yeah,
you,
you.
Paladin, and I push him forward.
Yeah.
Pal,
What-
Adin.
What's up? Good joke.
Okay, so what I heard through the
Oh, the
door seems to be
brutality.
your specialty. You seem to eradicate with a vengeance, and I thought this would be an opportunity to clear more of them out because I don't really want to fight them. I hear it behind the door. I don't know what we're going to be facing, but I figure if it's anything like the hole in the wall, it's going to be big, and I'd rather have you in between me and it.
How noble of you.
Yes,
Uh,
you're welcome.
Yes.
Oh, I
I'm-
can sneak up. I can also cast protection from good and evil, and I'm just gonna tap Casper on the back. Just-
Oh, shit. Really? Wow. That's actually super strong. Okay.
He just kind of nods a bit and then like slinks back to her spot next to Soar, and just goes,
Wow.
"Now you can go in there all by yourself, right?"
Actually, probably, yeah.
Perfect.
Wow, I did not expect that.
Brave cleric, baby.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to sorry. I turn around and I look towards Clem about to say something. Can I get a read on her current physical state right now? Because she didn't outright say that she was wounded /
Sure.
poisoned.
Sure. I'm gonna need a medicine. Well, anybody can give me a medicine check who wants to see if they notice that she is not feeling too hot. Soar, that's a big
Randomly
no
do
from
something
him.
That it was visible.
That's fine. I trust her.
19.
See, Clem, the problem is it was a tiny prick. It wasn't the right.
It didn't do much, huh?
Yeah.
Can Clem barf all over Byron, please? Please.
Give me a Constitution check.
Dang it, that's a 5.
Yep, that's exactly what you needed. Less is better when you want to try to puke on somebody.
Can I
You,
try and
you
step
get-
out of the way and let it hit Nyx?
No.
Yep. get it. Give me a dexterity save, because somebody's getting ready to hurl, and we're gonna see who it's gonna hit.
Do I get
22.
to fight that in any way? No. Wait.
Okay, so that's a 22. So here's what I'm gonna need from you, Clem. I need you to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3 is Nyx. 4, 5, 6 is Soar.
Oh no.
Doesn't matter. I rolled a 17 on my dexterity save. Does that help me get out of the way? Can that make you like 1 through 2 and then Soar be 3 through 6?
Sure. Yep, you can be 1 and 2, and Soar is 4, 5, and or 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect.
Well, you didn't want to. Do you want to try to get out of the way?
You gotta be fast on that dexterity
Does
save.
it
man.
matter
Okay.
if it was a 6?
Okay. So since
Byron hops out of the way, and then Nick just hops out of the way and immediately.
Neo dodges out of the way and it lands on Casper at the very back.
I want to stick out my hand and use shape water to make it go back to Nyx.
So here's what ultimately happened. You're all covered in puke now. It has just become a straight up vomit fight between the three of you. Casper is trying to be all paladin-y and get ready for this thing, and Clem just yarfs all over everybody. Byron gets out of the way. Nyx and Soar, you're now covered in goo.
Sor would.
Possessed.
It's great because I actually have wings on this costume. Would kind of
I
go.
love it.
What is? Just go whoosh and press to digitate himself.
Oh, Clem, I keep telling you, you look fine. You should really keep your food down. I will clean off Nyx and Soar with a bit of prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now, wait,
I still
Casper,
want
why
to
are
run
you
him
still
again.
here? Son, go kill. I mean, you live for this,
Well,
don't you?
I had a Clem, you are I don't even need to say, you just vomited all over somebody. Here. He's going to gently grab your arm. And his palm kind of glows brightly again and in a very warm kind of sensation comes over you, and he uses lay on hands 5 points of it, and you are now cleared of a disease. Neutralize a poison, rather.
There you go. Okay.
Does it give you the 5 HP though?
I don't know. You read
I
that
think-
and let me
No.
know.
I'm pretty positive with lay on hands. It's either you're healing
Uh-huh.
or you're using 5 to cure something.
Okay.
I'm okay without it.
Okay. So, but you're not poisoned anymore.
She's literally being a little delirious from being poisoned, just gonna like grab his face in both of her hands. She's like, thank you so much.
And at that point,
Good job.
I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Did
About
her
18.
breath smell like vomit whenever she was that close to him? I'm
Yes.
asking.
Freaking kidding me right now.
Clem, poor Clem.
Look at that roll.
can't.
19
There's,
for
like, too many windows open.
Nyx. Yeah. 19
I'm
for
being
Nyx and
mad.
18 for Sora are the high ones.
Nat
So
one for
anybody
Clem.
over a 15, you hear pink, 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 and you look down, and there is a 3.5-inch cylinder that hits the floor. And as you see it, you hear boom. And everybody needs to give me a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Oh.
17.
I got an 8, but I'm gonna use my Tides of
Nine.
Chaos to re-roll that and get advantage on it.
Clem, what'd you get? You look real happy.
I got an 8.
You got
I'm
an
having a bad day, y'all.
They just threw a grenade.
I know, right?
It's a bad one to roll low on. And unfortunately,
Anybody who got under a 15 is now stunned with the equivalent of a flashbang. And anybody who got over a 15, you hear, everybody on the fucking floor, get down now, as these swole ass dwarves come running down the stairs in the bronze maul outfits, and they have these giant shields, like riot shields, as they come down the stairs.
So Byron is the only one that made it out of that.
Yep.
Can I disguise face if I can get a look at them real quick to disguise self to morph into one of them?
I mean, it would have to be. We're gonna do a d20 roll. 1 through 11 is going to be what do you want to say? That's a positive or negative 1 through 11.
1 through 11,
then,
I would say I didn't make it. Above 11 or whatever.
You did. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And rolled in 12.
All right,
Let's
nice.
go.
So you being super quick on your feet, you see the grenade hit the floor, and you watch them coming down the stairs, and you are able to do the thing that you do. You now look like one of them.
Okay. As soon as I see like one of them come into the door to rush one, I'm gonna try and like step off to the side and like grab Nyx and put her up against the wall like they do.
All right, so you get her in a fantasy chokehold that is acceptable. It is
She's muttering to him, just hide the heart, hide the heart away.
Byron will just knock it out of her hand against the wall.
One of the dwarves come by, and he's like, "Oh, this heart's still beating," and he smashes it under his feet. As he
How gross.
they start hooking all of you up. You if you failed your roll, you are now cuffed, and they are dragging you out of the building.
Question.
Yes.
What about Cinnamon?
Ooh.
I guess I should roll a die for her. I forgot about Cinnamon because I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Can't she stand up for us and be like, "Listen, there are more zombies than normal"?
I don't know if you can see that, but she rolled an 8, so she's on the ground too, and she's like, "Y'all, this shit is ridiculous. I get arrested every other week, and you are the worst. I have never been treated. Get your hands off my ass." She's having a bad day too.
There are undead in the other room.
Why do you think we're here? Why do you think we're here? And he's like, just shut your mouth, you filthy necromancer. And he loops you up and throws you in the back of a paddy wagon. So if you go out of the building, there are some paddy wagons, which you are now in.
Patty Maggins?
So
wagons.
Indeed.
Byron will just do his best to just kind of walk with them and keep up, and whenever they get inside of a cart, he'll just stand wherever the dwarves do and like get on the backs and stuff and hang on.
There's a dwarf next to you, and I don't know what you want to try to do there, Sor, but there you go. There's a dwarf next to you, and he goes, I don't know if I've seen you here. You new?
Yeah, this is literally my first day on the shift. I got crazy fucking luck. All right, I mean, who gets to have an arrest on your first day?
No, man. I mean, it's not every day we get a level. Wow, that was rough in my throat. It's not every day we get a level 3 necromantic laboratory. So like, I don't know why I went back into another voice, but you're pretty fucking lucky. But
I'm super excited.
I know. I'm Marco. Who are you?
Oh, that's hilarious. My name's Steve.
Steve. Oh man, I used to have this buddy. He was hanging out with this guy's named Chet all the time, and his name was also Steve.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Small word, man. Donover's Hold, man. It's like a melting pot. You just meet everybody all the time. I can't get over it.
Sure as shit is. And he's like, all right, well, maybe we'll be best friends. And he jumps onto the cart, and as it pulls off.
Yeah, I got a good feeling.
I'm sorry. As the cart pulls off with people in it.
Oh yeah, you guys are all in the carts. You have all been arrested.
Well,
Oh no.
So what happened to our weapons? Did we take all of our weapons with us?
I mean, you got arrested with weapons, but let's see what happens on the next map.
Okay. Okay.
Thor's got his hands behind his back. He's like,
Asper,
"Yo,
Asper looks so fucking mad. His green skin has turned a bit purple.
this isn't gonna
Yes,
go
some
good for the guild."
veins
Is it?
Clem
rolling
is
about.
just gonna like reach out her handcuffed hands, just like it's fine. It'll be fine.
Let's see here.
Thor's ratting
Players are
every
being
single person
summoned.
out. He's like, "That Clem girl, she's got swords from people. All right, and that Nyx,
Got
yeah,
swords? She's
huh?
got sword.
Sword.
from
That's how I say it.
people.
Sword. She's got swords from people. From
Oh,
dead
you're saying
people.
swords. I thought, okay. I heard
Yeah.
sword.
Remember how many short swords do I have now? I have at least 4.
She's killed 4 people.
Did they take anybody else out of that house, or was it literally just the 4 of us?
While you were being tied up, you heard them kill some zombies from another room.
But nobody else got dragged out, thrown, like, there was nobody
Nope.
non-monstery. Interesting.
Nope.
Okay. Well, this seems like a bad scene, y'all.
Yeah. So let's see here. Byron, we're gonna start with you because I don't know why I thought you wouldn't try to be a cop, but they pull up to the paddy wagon to this investigation place. Why can't I think of what the word is? The holding area, and the rest of the Bronze Mall is pulling people out of these carts and bringing them in for processing. As this happens, they are taking your weapons and putting you in a holding cell. While you guys are having that happen to you, Byron, what are you doing?
I would like to, first off, anybody who's leaving the area that seems to be on duty, I would morph into them, except with like a mustache, like just lightly change anytime I couldn't be seen, just change their appearance ever so slightly. But then I would try to keep note of where they're putting the weapons, and then just maybe like walk in with them and like helping them put them in the cages. And when they do so, like, mill over towards the desks and just kind of look down and try to assess any information that I can see just on a glance, but like kind of like keeping act like holding a maul or whatever I'm doing for this.
Okay. So you were doing all of that stuff, and you see the rest of the troops or the guards leaving and heading out of the room. There are some guards who are staying in the room, so if you'd like to stay in there, you can try.
Yeah, I would just kind of like to position myself somewhere, like, after I take a moment to like step out and look over any of the stuff that might be relevant on the table, I'll just try to like take my position back over, like over here, try to be out of the way and not anywhere noticeable, but like still like standing guard, but listening as best I can.
So while you are having all that tomfoolery unfold, the rest of you 4 are now in a holding cell. After about, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Clem would like her phone call.
That would be
In your
nice
head.
if this wasn't Fantasyland where they don't have phone calls because you're gutterborn scum.
I would like my one sending stone call, please.
Yes, please.
Oh, well, that's perfectly fine.
Thank you.
No,
so-
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
As you guys are in this room, they have taken all of your weapons. Casper is super pissed off. There is a table in front of you, and 3 dwarves walk in. So there is 1 male and 2 females that walk in. The male is wearing some sort of altered Bronze Mall uniform. You would know that this is a higher ranking, almost like a captain's outfit. And he sits down, and the 2 women who are behind him are standing there and looking all menacing. He sits down to you and he goes, All right. I'm Oli Brightbeard, and I am the chief interrogator for the Bronze Maul. You were found in the house of a Class 3 necromantic hub. This same hub that attacked the Bronze Maul's headquarters, the heart of the Undermount. So for you guys, that you would know that is where they're headquartered. It is under the Grey Mist Mountains. It's literally a dwarven city prison. He looks at you all and he says, "What do you have to say for yourself?"
Do we know the Bronze Mall? That name
Yes.
doesn't.
So the Bronze Maul is one of the big four. So there are three factions and one corporation that run the city, right? So the Bronze Maul tends to be the city guard, and they have their section of the city. There is the Crimson Writ. They're like assassin-y type stuff. There's the Enchanter's Court, who does magic stuff, and then there's a corporation called Prowler. And Prowler, instead of finding a lane, kind of does a little bit of all of those things. Think of it kind of like the changing of the guard as far as power struggles go.
I have a series of questions related to Ollie Brightbeard.
I have a series of answers, and if I don't, I'll make it up.
As a local blacksmith, I don't know if Clem's like the only blacksmith in the area. Is there a chance that she's worked on armor or weaponry for the Bronze Maul, and if he's a higher up, may recognize him or know him?
All right. I'm going to let you roll it. So this one's going to be a little bit harder. So if you roll a 1 through 15, he does not know you. If you roll a 16 through 20, he does.
He does not know me.
Okay. So that's question 1. What other questions do you have?
Well, that was my whole lead up. Basically, there was other related questions to that if she knew him, but she doesn't know him, so it doesn't matter.
Is there anyone else
Sad.
in the cell with us?
No, it's just the 4 of you right now.
Okay.
And Cinnamon?
So we're just gonna ignore.
Oh, 5 of you. Yes, Cinnamon. I forget about Cinnamon.
I don't like that there's 3 dwarfs on the map that we're just ignoring.
What do you mean?
In the cell with
Those
us.
are the
There's
dwarves that came in.
Those are the dwarves that came in. So
Okay.
it's Uli Brightbeard, Rowala
Okay.
Steelhead, and Hasmig Grumblefist. Those are
I thought
the
you
3 that
explained
came in.
there being other like inmates with us, and then we're just like, nah, we'll just write them out.
No, I'm
Alright.
incompetent, but not that incompetent right this
Not that
second.
bad. Fair.
question is there such a thing as like, lawyer type things? Do these individuals have rights whenever they're pulled in type of issue within Donomer's Hold, or is it just kind of like as the City Watch demands?
Yeah, it's very old school. As much as there's technology involved with the city, this is one of the more antiquated aspects of things. It's kind of the city guard said you did bad, so you did bad, and you got to figure out a way to either convince them that you're actually innocent, or that's kind of it. And obviously, since there's magic, there are things that they can do, which I will get to here shortly.
Question.
Okay.
Is
Mhm.
the Tiefling's Touch fairly renowned?
Yes.
And
The
within
zombie.
my time spent there, would I know the owner of Tiefling's Touch?
Yes, she has a name. It's in a different document. I will get that for you very shortly.
Well, you get the name. Oh, go ahead.
Byron is going to leave for the moment on patrol as that individual and exit.
Is Madam hold on, sorry. Madam Yistra, Yistra.
Okay. So Byron's going to leave and give it a hot minute before he's going to like stand guard outside the door for a moment.
Okay.
I'll let you continue and then I'll
Sure.
interject what I'm going to do.
Okay. So
Casper he ignores them for the moment, and he kind of like goes off to the corner and gets in like a meditation pose, like on his knees, leaning back, very straight back, and he kind of closes his eyes and starts doing some deep breathing. He seems to be trying to calm himself down.
Clem is ready to make her case for persuasion.
all right.
Or
What?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Sor.
Thor is selling everyone out. He's like, look, man, there was this other one that was with us. I have no idea where he is. All right. Look, okay, there's that.
Right here.
That paladin man over there was like innocently stabbing stuff that couldn't do anything back. Like, that's illegal somehow.
You
this
see,
ghost woman,
Ollie is taking furious notes, like just copious notes, just writing everything you're saying down. Go on.
so this ghost woman, right? She shows up. I have no idea, but she's getting like teenagers drunk, right? There was these, fudge, what were they called?
Well, that's simply not true.
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me. And then at that point, Nyx would kind of approach. Just say, first of all, one, I wasn't doing anything with teenagers, but two,
They were
we
they were
weren't doing
cherubs.
anything.
Cherubs, yeah.
We weren't doing anything with the necromancy lab. I mean, we were trespassing, but we had nothing to do with whatever was happening there. We just found ourselves in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you being there equals you being there, and that's illegal as shit. He's also said something about a still beating heart. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, I wish I knew.
Clem is gonna grab Cinnamon by the arm and pull her up to talk to Ollie Brightbeard.
Wait! Why are you grabbing me?
Cinnamon,
I don't want to be taken down by the fuzz.
do you want to get out of here or not?
Do you know what I do for a living? I do not want to make the police mad at me. The city guard, sorry.
Listen. I just need you to vouch for the zombie hunt event, okay? That things were weirder than normal.
And
I
we
would
cut
like to knock
Byron
on the.
doing something.
I'd like to knock on the door on the outside.
He knocks on the door. You see it open up. An older tiefling comes in, opens the door, and beckons him in, and then the door closes, and they're back to the four of you who are now still being interrogated. Clem is very frustrated that Cinnamon is not giving the answers that she wants. After you start pushing on her for a while, she's like, "Officer, I'm telling you, they came with me from the Tiefling's Touch for the zombie bash, but then they started threatening me to make sure that I give them enough kills to make sure they win. And I'm just saying, it's pretty damn close. And all of a sudden, they're murdering zombies, and they are grabbing all kinds of weird shit. And the only one who seems to be on the up and up is this here green paladin fella. He seems like he just wants to kill the bad guys, but everybody else is a little on the gray side.
So if I knock and come back in as disguised as the Madam of Tiefling's Touch, like knock on the door from the outside, is what I want to do.
So you wanna come up to the equivalent of a fantasy police station?
Yes.
And knock on the door as the
Madam of a brothel, with the anticipation that I have had many of these individuals inside of my establishment.
Yeah. I mean,
I
why do we have any reason to believe that they're not corrupt as all fuck?
need to check my notes. Hold on one second.
Whoa. We broke him.
Nope. Oddly enough, I was prepared for this. Hold on one second.
What?
I'm ready to roll for persuasion if need be, okay?
Okay, we can get to that in two shakes of a lamb's tail.
In 2 shakes, can we find out what
Only thing is
Casper's
going for me.
doing?
Casper's about to do some stuff.
So you see Byron, who is now like you see him walk in as himself, and he walks out as he leaves the building from the Tiefling's touch, he comes out as the Madam.
No,
And
I walked out of the building as the guard, the dwarven guard.
Yep, but you just for just my mental capacity, you as Byron walked into the Tiefling's touch, and you walked out as the Madam to go back to the police station. Correct?
No.
He didn't go to the Tiefling's touch.
I'm saying
You
I
wouldn't need
walked
to walk
outside
that
of the
far.
prison door for a hot minute and waited out there, and then
okay.
and then switched the disguise and then knocked on the prison door to be let in.
Then I retcon my you walking into the Tiefling's touch. I misunderstood. Okay, so that happens. We're gonna cut back to Casper to see what he is doing.
Okay. Casper's like meditating and he's taking deep breaths as fucking Sore starts being a little bitch. His breathing gets faster and faster. And when Cinnamon starts talking, he just jumps to his feet and he points to her and he shouts, "We saved your life. And now you do this to us? Your
The whole
companion,
time.
your coworker is dead in the sewer floor. Do you forget that so easily?"
I've changed my mind. This one here, he sucks too. I was trying to be nice to him, but now he's being mean and he's bringing up very hurtful things. I loved whatever that girl's name was that I don't remember from 2 episodes ago, or 1 episode. But she's
He looks past her towards the guards now while she's rambling. There are 2 guards that are dead in the sewers right now.
Yeah.
this is true.
That we
Don't.
found.
Yeah. Please, thank you. Please let him know we found them.
There are even
do we have-
Always-
We have their badges.
And there's a kobold and a scorpion, the giant scorpion.
okay.
Do.
This seems like a lot. So, I need you to give me a perception, Byron.
Okay. 10.
Okay. So you're not 100% certain, but as you leave the building, you see this is one of the more updated new experimental flights. This is more like a car. It is a carriage that can fly without anybody else telling where to go. You think you see as it's a half Triton, half elf gets out of the flight. A familiar elven face. And the door closes, and the half Triton, half elf walks towards the prison.
Okay, if I'm going to see that, I wouldn't change. I'd stay
Okay.
shifted as the guard.
Okay. So, you were 90% certain that you know the elf that was in that vehicle. So you stay as the guard, and you're gonna walk towards something else, or
I'm just going to stand guard right next to the door.
okay. So we cut back to the group, and Uli comes out, and he's like, "Finally, they're here." And a set like another pair of dwarves in bronze maul armor comes in, and they're like, back of the cell, and they start moving their hands, and all of a sudden you feel a warmth glow all over you, and you feel as if maybe you can't tell a lie. And Ollie walks up to you and he says, "Need the truth." Yes. Were you raising your hand?
Yeah, to tell the truth, yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
All we did, am I allowed to? I don't want to risk using my persuasion and roll poorly. I'm just going to go ahead. Okay. All we did was show up to let off some steam and participate in this Tiefling's Touch zombie hunt. I'm sure you've heard of it before. We get down there. There's dead guards, there's super monster zombies, there's a tiny little freak riding a scorpion. And we find out this is not how it normally goes. And then we just want to get out of there get away from all this, and we come across a laboratory full of zombies and end up at this house, suddenly being accused of being necromancers. We have done nothing that you have accused us of. Right. She can say that because that is the truth.
So the two bronze maul people that came in and cast the spell, you see them shaking their head, like yes, they're telling the truth. They're telling the truth. And he looks over at Ollie and he's like, it seems that they're telling the truth. Like maybe they didn't do the bad things. And Ollie looks at you and he goes, but that doesn't. Why were you in that house?
We were trespassing.
And I would like to hear it from the the owl.
Well, you see, there was this ladder, right? And then there was this hatch, and I opened this hatch, and we went up, and we were like, wow, there's a lot of cool artifacts, but a lot of them are really gory, right? And then we saw this beating heart, and then she's like, I want that beating heart, but then she tried to sneak it, right? But then there's this other dude who saw it, and then we decided to follow the smell, and that girl has a really, really good nose, because she's like, go that way, and we went through the door, and next thing I knew, you heard clank, 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 boom, get on the ground!
We literally came out of the sewers from the zombie hunt and ended up in that house. You can find the entrance there yourself.
We've certainly never done any necromancy in that particular house.
And as this happens, the door to this room opens up, and you foresee a very tall, half Triton, half elf, walk into the room. He's got blue skin, blue hair, and he walks in and says, I think you have something that belongs to us.
Do we
And
recognize? Oh.
But
Nope. I was going to ask if we recognize him, but I already know what he's a part of.
what is he a part of? I don't.
Is he asked?
He
I
wants
don't
the
want him.
book.
He wants the drone, I presume.
Oh, is he from Prowler?
Yeah. Is he from Prowler? Do we know this? Can we infer this? Do we recognize him?
You see Oli roll his eyes, and he goes, ugh,
Yeah.
fucking Prowler.
Let's go.
And you get inspiration, Clem.
Good call.
That was
Thank
really good.
you.
That was really good.
I honestly forgot about the book.
So he walks up to the cage and he says, if you know what's good for you, you will free my friends. They work for me. They were doing what I asked.
I think maybe you should put him under the zone of truth. We're not
And
the ones to be questioning
he looks
here.
Ollie looks at you and he goes, are you saying that you're not with him?
Those aren't the words that I said.
Well played. Well played.
That was
goes,
really good. That was really good,
"Mm."
Lisa. It's like you've practiced that line before.
Nyx just kind of shrinks back and just goes to sit next to Caspar and is just like, I'm just gonna.
Ollie, I would like to see you outside. And he looks over at the two other dwarves and he goes, huh. Donver's brides. And he looks at them, he says, get them back their weapons. And he turns around and walks away.
What
So,
do
we cut
I
back to Byron.
Yeah, what do I see when he comes back out?
So they both walk past you. So the half Triton walks past you, and Ollie walks by, and they are whispering, and you hear the half Triton talking about how dare he disrespect his people, and Ollie's like, How was I supposed to know that they were yours? They were in a necromancy den and stuff like that as they walk away.
Can I keep distance but act like I'm on patrol to see if they say anything else that might be relevant that you didn't plan for?
So you were following them, and you're hearing a lot of the same thing. It's a lot of infighting. Think of any crime show that you've ever watched where it's the local police and like the FBI or some higher up in the police. They're essentially just arguing over who has the right here. And after a while, Oli turns around. He's like, "You, get back to your post."
Yes, sir. I'll just kind of about face and keep walking like in a patrol format.
And he says, "Actually, go get Cavaldis his men. Go get them."
Yes, sir.
And we cut back to the rest of the group. You are all in the room, and the two female dwarves are starting to hand you back your weapons.
So
I need.
am I coming in to let them out? Is that
Yep.
what I'm supposed to do? Okay.
Yep, you're coming in to let them out.
Okay. I would make a haste out of that.
Yep. You guys come into. You guys are getting all your weapons back, and I need perception checks.
What is Cinnamon doing right now?
She is
Being a bitch.
About to get beat up by us.
Yes. Yeah, she's like, oh God, please, I just want to go home. I miss the tiefling's touch, and I just don't. You guys are the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
This was supposed to be a very standard event, Cinnamon. I don't know what it was about your stupid organization that caused things to go so off the rail, but it wasn't our fault that those zombies were so whatever they are.
Disgraceful.
I
Just give
just
us the points. We'll turn in our own score.
you most certainly will not.
Well, then in that
And-
case, you're going to give us the best goddamn score there is.
I already told you I give you 100. You threatened my life. Did you hear that, officer? She threatened my life.
We saved your life.
We saved your life multiple times down there.
Perception checks.
10.
Oh, 9.
Oh, we all did terribly.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did terribly?
Right.
Average at best.
Am
Ten
I
is the
in the
highest.
cell by now?
Oh no.
Yeah, poor Casey is like, bring me in, dog.
Huh? I just want to know if I can roll.
So there, you can roll. Go ahead and give me a
Please.
roll.
Oh my God, please roll.
14.
You hear from the other side of the room, because the door just closed behind you, you hear saying, "We're under attack." And the people who are in the other room start heading towards another entrance as you hear fighting in the distance. And as that happens, we cut to another board real quick.
Other board.
Yep.
Justin, you're spoiling us with all these scene
Yeah,
changes.
we're really
I know
are.
it's the same.
Oh.
It's the same board. Just I couldn't figure out how to get this to work this way.
We're really all over the
And-
board.
Ooh.
What
I
is
wonder
that?
who that
I
could be.
love
We're
it.
definitely not in there anymore, right?
Look at that little buggy
We left
pet.
to get our weapons.
Byron opens the gate.
You guys,
We got
you
our
guys
weapons back.
all,
The dwarves gave them
you
back.
guys all got all your weapons back. The floor starts to collapse, and as it does, the ceiling falls on the two other dwarves. And only one of my creatures came through here. Where's Casper?
Are they near me?
They will be shortly. There's my second one. All right. So the ceiling starts to come in a little bit, and these they're about 4 feet tall. They look like somebody had just sewn limbs onto smaller creatures, and they have like pincers in the front, and they have giant gnashing teeth. But the back of them kind of looks like they've blended a couple different types of creatures with a scorpion. But they dig out of the ground, and we're going to be rolling for initiative next week.
A scorpion, you say?
How interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no kobolds riding on the back of them, just to be sure.
There are no kobolds riding on the back of them.
Is there
Not this
anything
time,
riding on the back of
anyways.
them?
Dirt.
Are there
Just
miniature
dirt.
scorpions riding on the back of the big scorpion?
Yes, they are the
Yep.
tiniest scorpions, and they are riding the big scorpions.
Are they cute little
Perfect.
friendly looking tiny scorpions?
The one looks really nice. The other one looks kind of a dick.
The Dick's one's name is Steve, isn't it?
So thanks, guys, for joining.
Oh, Casey's got to pick inspiration.
Correct.
Who stuck it out?
So anybody who's new here, we try to give someone inspiration from the chat that we thought contributed or said something really funny or gave a good joke. So
Yeah, I think this one has to go to Kite Sage for figuring out that we had an undead individual in the party and Casper as a character in the party. That was the line that I caught on to the most, that I thought was wonderful. So that is who
All right.
I award
Way to go.
the inspiration
Kite
to.
Sage.
So just as a
Kite
reminder,
Sage
you
it
can
is.
use that inspiration for giving the DM either disadvantage or advantage, and giving the party advantage. So
Allowing
So
any
that-
re-roll of your choosing, essentially.
With that being said, one little announcement: we are going to start putting these up as podcasts starting next week. So if you like to listen to this as a podcast, go to your podcast app of choice, and we will be there starting next Monday. And if not, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining. You guys are awesome.
Thanks for hanging out,
thank
guys.
you for joining, guys. Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank
see you
you.
guys.
Okay.